It's a little bit of an end of an era really when you start to dismantle. Almost as frustrating as getting this fire lit. Ouch, that bit was hot. Would you leave the bark on or would you leave the bark off? That's right. Ayup Woodlanders. We're in the middle of a huge clean-up operation, which happens every year. I get so busy doing other things when it's full steam ahead production that I get to about June, July, and I think I have got to have a tidy up round here. Anyway, part of that this morning is getting the Dragon charcoal maker going so that we can get rid of some cardboard, get rid of some hazel offcuts, which is the waste product from the hurdling, put that in the bottom of the Dragon. That gets the fire going. Last week I got busy with this and that and thought, oh, I'll just get my head down and crack on. So we've done a few modifications to my little lean-to round there. Something I've been wanting to do for a couple of years, but we've managed to get most of that done now. Just got to do some additions to that. We've finally got the log store filled. That's done. And then I've modified the roof, so I've jacked the roof up and managed to create a greater incline and to try and get rid of the saggy bit in the middle. So I think we're there with that. We just need a good downpour now to find out whether it still leaks or not. We've had a couple of wrens nesting in the shipping container, so it has these circles in the corners, and little family of 3 wrens in there, which was rather nice. They've gone now. We've also managed to cross-cut all of our charcoal wood using the double truncator method. I didn't think I would get it all done, to be quite honest. But now we've managed to complete all of that. All up by the gateway and everything is all gone. Well, not all gone, but it's all cross-cut. I've just got a little bit to put in cages, because I've got a new place for the cages. Only I have more wood than cages at the moment, which is another frustrating problem. Almost as frustrating as getting this fire lit. Ouch, that bit was hot as well. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday I was fixing the van. I've had a number of little jobs I needed to do on it. So front brakes now been replaced, and I replaced the exhaust back box as well because that was in a bit of a scabby state. Well, that's something else we had to do last week as well. We mowed the field. Good grief, that was long. So the field at the back of us, the lady and the family didn't want it cut this year, but it got to about 6 foot high, the grass did. And well, somebody must have made the executive decision they didn't want the grass that high, so asked me to cut it. So that was quite a brutal job. I waited till the worst of the hot weather had gone, and it was quite a nice day to do it actually. It was quite overcast and very pleasant. I managed to get stung on the ankle by a wasp's nest. So the wasp got stuck down my sock and stung my leg, which took about 4 or 5 days to recover. So of course then now I discovered this pretty big wasp's nest. I had to think of a cunning plan of how I'm going to cut the rest of that bit of the field without getting stung again. So controversially, I had to tie down the dead man's handle so the machine wouldn't stop and conk out, and then set it on its course straight over the wasp's nest, let go, watch the two-wheeler take itself along that path, and then catch the two-wheeler at the other end, which worked fine. I mean, I don't think the wasps were particularly happy about that, but I didn't get stung again, which was the main thing. So on the cards today, I think is going to be more tidy-ups. We've got some play equipment that we had when Ellie Ray was younger, still young. But they get to the age of teenagers and they don't really want to play on swings and things anymore. To be fair, I don't think the play equipment is now safe enough for kids to play on, because we've had it 10 plus years and it was second hand when I got it. So I think I'm going to do that. We're going to get the impact gun out. And also, we've some years back we had 100 plus tyres dumped in the ditch, and the council wouldn't take them because they threw them over my fence into my ditch, which means it was then on private land. That was immensely frustrating, because what am I supposed to do with 100 tyres? Anyway, I use odd ones now and again for weighting things down, but they are an ugly thing, aren't they? Last night I spent an hour trying to work out what I can do with second-hand scrap tyres and to find out what people can use them for, so then I can put an advert on Facebook Marketplace to try and just get rid of them for free so that somebody else can have a bit of a project out of them, because I just don't want them here at the woodland at all. Hopefully if I can get somebody to take them off my hands and repurpose them, that would be very, very good. It's a little bit of an end of an era really when you start to dismantle things that you've seen your kids grow up with and enjoy and play with and be with their mates. And I can see flames, so I just need to come back in a minute. Sorry about that. Now then, where was we? We were talking about sentimentality. That was it. Yeah, so I've not really thought about it much before the last couple of minutes. And I'm like, oh man, it's sort of an end of an era. This was bought second hand off some friends down the road where we live. And they had their kids play on it, which was great memories for them. And then Ellie Ray and her friends have been on this and played with it. And I remember one key moment for me. Karen wasn't very well, but she went off and did a pyrography course, which is some of the stuff that she still does. And I dropped her off there with the dad. They did a pyrography course, and I was a bit of a loose end really, and I was like, you know what, Ellie Ray was only about 9 months old or something. I'll go up the woods and I'll just sit and be in the woods. And what she did, she lay on my chest and fell asleep. And I lay in this, looking up straight into the sky right up there. That was my view for about an hour or so, just looking up into the sky and watching all the birds flitting amongst the branches, it's one of those core memories that you just never want to forget. The only thing is I've forgotten what I've done with my Allen key now. I think it's back of here. So it's those sort of things that you're like, oh, I remember doing that. It's sort of an end of one chapter and a beginning of another, I guess. You'll have to let me know what that is. If you understand where I'm at with this, then by all means share it. I won't burst into tears just yet. I'll just sob my heart out when I go home. I never used to be sentimental at all. In fact, some people accuse me of having no emotion. And yet these days, all I need to see is someone struggling to cross the street, and I start to feel really sad for them. It's weird, isn't it, how these things get you? Right, where am I next? So let me know if you're in any way sentimental. Please don't leave me hanging and make me be the only one that's prepared to express it. I've been trying so hard, and finally it gets me done. Good morning. We're back here on the dismantling process of this, trying to work out what is salvageable for future projects. You know, when I was mowing that field the other day, something interesting happened when I got stung by the wasps. And this I found quite amazing. All of these swallows appeared. Now we do get swallows where we live. Not on the house, but on the farm buildings a bit further up. They go there every year. But this year, whether it was because I was just mowing the field anyway, there was a lot of insects about, and there was quite a lot of insects milling about. Of course the swallows are going to love that, but what I did notice is as soon as... Bella, what's going on? No. But what I did notice was as soon as I disturbed the wasp nest, the swallows were everywhere. And it was kind of satisfying knowing that possibly they were having lunch from the wasps, courtesy of me mowing over the top of it. But it was quite an amazing experience. It's almost like a swallow experience in the field that people pay for, because the swallows were so close. Not quite dive bombing, but it felt like that, and they were within a few feet really of the mower and me, which just wanted to share that with you. So that was rather special. We're going to switch barrels. I think I might need to create a bit of room as well first. next job I've got to tick off the list is we've got some pinholes in the sheets, and just now and again they drip in. So I've got my gorilla. Oh, charcoal's killing me up here. I've got my gorilla. I'm not sure they call it self-amalgamating tape or what it is, but it's fantastic stuff. Once it's on, it's no going back. It's on for good. I'm going to need little patches, so I'm just going around sticking 1-inch patches on the holes. It's not often you see a woodland from this perspective, is it? High up in the trees, it's like being at Go Ape. Good morning. Today's Tuesday, and yesterday was what really was a little bit of a disaster as regards woodland work, because it poured down with rain all day, which in itself is not a bad thing, but it meant I couldn't get anything done up here. So it was sorting out paperwork and who knows what yesterday. Oh, and fixing the tractor and oil changes and fuel filter changes and hydraulic oil changes and gearbox oil changes, which isn't yet finished because I've had to order some more supplies. Anyway, that was yesterday. Today's all about charcoal making, selling some stuff we don't use anymore, and the continued tidy up is what I'm on with today, which I don't know which direction to go in yet because it just seems so much of it. Not to worry, and I've been struggling with a cold all week, so I've got this gravelly throat. Isn't very pleasant. Not tonsillitis, but it does hurt when I swallow a little bit, which isn't great. And that, I think, has affected me. I just feel quite lethargic this week as well. But we'll continue to press on and press forward, try and get some jobs done. Let's light the charcoal burner first. We had an excellent weekend, part of which was having a barbecue with friends up at Moira Furnace. I sought permission because of the dry summer we've had. I was concerned about having barbecues up there, and they do have a policy of if you do have a barbecue, it's got to be off the ground and bring some water with it just in case, which is fine because we've done that before. But I wanted to double check this year, and they said if it hadn't have been for the rain that we had in early July, they would have said no barbecues. But they said as long as you were sensible and stuck to their policy, we were right. We had a great afternoon. It rained all Sunday morning, and I thought, oh, here we go. But by the time we packed up the barbecue and got everything ready and got up to Moira Furnace, it was sun came out, blue sky. It was a stunning afternoon and a brilliant time. Afternoon. I thought today I'd have a little bit more content to show you, but it's not really been very entertaining. I've been messing about with a Sammy, but we'll save that for another day. I've managed to get all the charcoal into the baskets now, so that's every single little bit of chopped up charcoal wood off the floor, which is progress because I never thought I'd ever get that done. I have got 5 tyres in the trailer for someone on Friday. because I'm trying desperately to get rid of the tyres. Bagging up charcoal, getting that off to more customers off this week, because charcoal sales are still buoyant, which is good news. And then after that, I've just been doing a collection of little mini videos which will be coming out soon. So I think all in, that is about the end of this woodlog. And that's it. I am done in today. You're a buzzard. It's been red hot as well. Just to explain this one. Little experiment I'm doing. Alongside my charcoal, people often ask me about, do I sell chips for smoking meat and doing slow cook so that the chips give off like an extra smoke that allows the meat to absorb it, and I don't, and I've got no means of drying wood chip because you don't want mouldy wood chip. So somebody else asked me, why don't you just do little nuggets of wood? Oh, well, that's a really good idea. So this is meant to be an experiment to see if this will work. If you know, by all means let me know. Would you leave the bark on or would you leave the bark off? That's what I need to know, because if it's bark off, then this might not work, and I'll either have to get an axe and chop it off, or get bigger rings and just use what's mainly the heartwood. So if you do lots of wood smoking with wood, not that kind of smoking, but as in wood smoking for food, please let me know if leaving the bark on is a huge error. But these have got to be dried out, hence I've put them in those net sacks. I shall leave them to dry now. Thanks ever so much for watching this one. If you're able to, enjoy your little bit of woodland paradise. Try not to be too nostalgic when things change, and I'll see you on the next one.